Jesus.
You can be Jesus
Annie's
if you
Jesus
want.
today.
No.
Yes.
I want Annie to be
you
Jesus.
have
I can
the
make
hair
my
for
light
it.
strobe too.
Annie's a
Annie?
lady, though. She can't be a good Jesus.
Oh,
How dare you,
You have
sir?
strobe lights?
Well, she has strobe lights. I don't know if they're going to react
Oh.
to her godly voice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Oh, man. Good.
Yeah. We're having a
Girls are going to be in the party.
rave in here.
It's party time.
y'all having all the fun.
Party lights.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, I wish
Party
the
lights turned
Kool-Aid
on.
man would just like bust through my glass
Those
door.
are party lights. Jeez. Oh, I'm late
We're
for
having
the
a party.
Lights.
Oh,
We're having a party
Late
here.
to
Hold
the party
on.
lights.
Hi, baby.
You have party lights too? Sid,
huh? What?
are you going to turn on party lights too? My party lights.
No, I have no
suck.
party lights. If I turn off the lights,
My
it's gonna
party
be
lights
dark.
suck.
They gotta
don't have
change
any.
faster. They're so like.
I'll bet my
my
party lights will
gosh.
look better. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
I'm
Hi.
making my party lights better by
Welcome.
making the room
You,
dark.
This is... We are
I
live.
really
This is
like the
Soundbooth
room.
Theater Live.
I like
And
the way
today
that
we are joined by Annie, who is playing Jesus today.
Yes, today.
And we are joined also by Ahmed Mahmoud, our most illustrious lead engineer, sir, guy. And then,
I believe in aliens.
who is a famous
Sin.
YouTuber.
I'm Sin.
Ahmed just randomly said, "I believe in aliens" out of nowhere when it wasn't
What?
his turn to talk.
Where does that even come from? Aliens.
It
This
wasn't your
conversation
Where
turn
did
to
we
this
talk,
had-
Ahmed.
so random?
Well, we've
so
been
random to
talking
just
about
bring
aliens.
up aliens. All right.
And Jesus.
All right. I'll admit it. We were talking about Jesus and that he was likely an alien, and
No, we
Congress
weren't.
is now talking about it.
Well, we were
Congress-
talking about Congress.
They're
and
pretty
Jesus
sure-
and
they're pretty
aliens,
sure
but
Jesus
not
was an
in
alien.
that specific combination.
Yeah. Well, we've got a
I told him it's
special-
just Annie.
We've got some Bible fan fiction coming up later, and it got us on the subject of
Jesus was a room temperature superconductor.
of
Things we
my
do.
my childhood
Can't.
team of protectors who protected me
All right,
from
yeah,
aliens,
I think
which
instead
have
of
turned
starting-
out to be real. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think that-
obviously really needed
Yes,
those
yes.
protectors.
I honestly think that instead of starting with news today, we should start with your story, which is a very
Yes, I want to
My
hear the
story.
story.
Start with my story.
It's a-
this
yeah,
is
it's a-
the SBT news today.
yes. This is the news for today.
Well, it's this. Okay, here's my story.
My
I
stream
was
deck is
when I
full.
was a little girl. I was
Hold on.
really. Are you
Wait.
gonna give me
Oh.
some
Hold
music,
on.
some dramatic
So
music?
I think when I said that
Wow.
Congress is saying that Jesus was just an alien, I think that's what Outlander here is responding to.
Wait, what did I?
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I put it on the screen.
Mormonism, yes.
Y'all, I'm hearing an echo.
And to make it even
you?
more full circle, I did grow up in the Mormon church, so this is very.
Oh, did you?
Like Annie's childhood past incestuous, like all colliding together inside of me. Okay, so when I was a little girl, I was very afraid of aliens. That was like my boogeyman. And like it was bad. Like I couldn't sleep at night because I was so scared of aliens. My thing was, I thought they were going to abduct me. They would make it so that everyone in my house couldn't wake up, and then they would beam me up, and then they would probe me up my nose, up my left
No,
nostril.
I thought you were going to say something else.
With a long, skinny metal rod into my brain, where they would like implant things and shit. So obviously I didn't want that to happen. So I devised a team of very powerful, spiritual warriors to protect me from the aliens. And it was three men. And one of them was the Golden Driller, who is like this big, giant statue in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's like 200 feet tall.
Oh, real statue. Okay. all
He's a
right.
real statue.
Okay.
He's like he's like standing by an oil rig, and he's like just this big sandstone statue. And so like he was the lookout. Okay. And then under my bed, providing sort of comic relief, but also badass protection, was Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh.
What?
And then I don't know, but in my bed, the one with the most powerful one of all, he was sitting. I was imagining him. He was sitting cross-legged, leaning up against the back of my bed, and my head was just in his lap. Was Jesus Christ. My pillow was the lap of Jesus. So I would imagine that I literally had my head in Jesus's lap, and he's like watching over me, like my spiritual powers are far, beyond anything that the aliens could ever throw at you, And Bobcat Goldthwait was down under making jokes, and the Golden Driller was keeping a lookout.
Oh,
And that combination of powerful people
They kept the probes out of your nose.
kept the probes out of the nose.
The
And other
Golden
places.
Driller.
And I was able to get some sleep.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm
All I
so
had to do
glad
was
that-
imagine Jesus in my bed, and I could finally sleep at night.
Good.
that's so funny.
I'm I wouldn't imagine those three to be so dependable, but apparently they came through.
Well,
for
it's
you,
like there's a
and that's all that
synergy.
matters.
It's like they're greater than the sum of their
Right.
parts.
Oh, that's funny.
They're like a transformer. When you
Yeah.
put all three of them together, they create like an unstoppable alien
You're right,
ass-kicking
yeah.
machine.
Yeah, they're like what is he called? The Constructicons. They made Devastator. Yeah, so for sure. Or the Dinobots. The Dinobots combined. I can't remember what the ultimate form of the Dinobots was. Can you guys, anyone in the audience know? But
The ultimate
thank you,
form of
Bobcat, Jesus, and Gold Driller. Brass Driller? Gold Driller.
The Golden Driller.
The
For
Golden
keeping
Driller.
our Annie
Thank you
safe.
for keeping
Yes.
our Annie safe.
They are the reason that I'm still alive today. I don't know. I might have been abducted by aliens, and then they wiped my memory, because they can do that. And sometimes I do hear beeping in my head.
That's child's play for them, to erase your memory. So, welcome everybody. I hope you are all. I hope your eyes have been opened by that story.
Yeah.
Sometimes they really are here for us.
The
whoever-
aliens or the protectors?
protectors.
Thank God! Oh, thank God!
No.
Quite the
Oh,
story.
No. Oh no. Okay, I think we just messed up the story.
I'm just
Shit.
picturing
All right.
the window, boom, just like, I don't know. That's a good question.
So now that we have that straight, let's get into the news.
Wait, what references? Who are the references that? Okay, Wart Galore doesn't understand any of the references. But you've heard of Jesus, though, right?
That's reference number 1. Reference number 2 is some statue in the Midwest somewhere called the
Tulsa.
Golden Driller.
A giant sandstone statue of a man that has
It's made of sandstone.
another fun fact, he has a concave crotch. Like, he has no package.
Oh, he has a reverse package.
Wow.
He has a reverse package.
It's like
That's
an
a
innie.
mystery. It's a mystery.
dick innie.
Got an innie.
Somebody scooped it out. Sandstone.
It was the
Or-
aliens.
He had it removed so he could attach a drill.
And then reference 3 is the one that
That's an
that,
image.
that ages you.
He struck oil.
That is-
He needed the lubrication. Okay, so on to news. First bit of news. Look at my new room.
yeah,
cool?
so
This
dope.
is my first official live stream. I did a couple in Discord already, and this may not be the end of me arranging this room. There may be other things that I do to it, but right now this is where I stream from. So Ahmed, can you give us a more full screen of just
Oh
me so I
yeah,
can-
I'd love to.
so everyone can see it a little better.
that, yeah.
I'll
Do
just
a pan or something, or
Maybe.
Yeah, put the
Yeah,
lights
I'll,
on. Yeah.
I'll grab that.
Okay.
I'll,
What you got?
with
Your
white light?
camera can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get like a
I love
scan
it
of the room.
because
with
you
you.
need the colors, right, to see the cool colors around the room.
yeah. So.
All that beautiful like purple and indigo. and...
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then he's got the paint. Yeah,
Oh
that
my
painting
gosh!
should be in
there
the
we
shot,
go.
dude.
Isn't that? Wow.
That's from
cool.
Everybody
Should
Loves
be in
Our
the shot,
Chests.
no?
Yep.
Yep.
The OG, right?
Yeah, the
Yep.
OG, the very first cover.
Love that.
This
Soundbooth
is
book.
actually my favorite part of the room. That thing that's covering that window.
That thing looks
I-
badass.
Yeah,
I
it's a
actually
sound,
asked Susan Shorter. Susan Shorter, who is our art director here at SBT. I had her make that for me.
beautiful.
Really dig it.
The design. So what did you have it printed on? Is that an acoustic panel?
It's
Yeah,
cloth. And then actually Casey Johnston, another narrator who has not done SBT work yet, but he will someday. He is actually starting a business doing stuff like this. So he wanted to do one for the narrator of Dungeon Crawler Carl, so I was happy to oblige.
Dope. It looks so
And yeah, so let me get this camera straightened out now.
Get more watts off.
So he built these panels. He basically took the there's a fancy word for it. I can't remember what it is, but it's like sound deadening stuff that he packed inside of it, and then he
Rockwool?
stretched the fabric over. Huh?
Was it Rockwool?
No,
No.
Alan's courting something like that. I don't know, some weird name. I don't know.
Oh,
I
a
don't
Corning
remember.
Corning panel.
Corning. That maybe it's Corning. Yeah.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, so he got that, he stuffed it, like he made a wood frame, and then he put it over my window. So, and we've got these things called French cleats here that my sound panels actually hang from. So like that wood one there, check this out. I can move it. So I can open this closet. We got purple curtains here, so it's all very functional. And I got a bunch of these all over the room that I can move at will. But yeah, I figure this is a better background for the stream. It's much easier to stretch out and
you
do
don't
whatever
get
I
as
want
hot.
and
It's
perform.
just not as stuffy
Not
in
even
there.
close. Not even close. I have a rubber mat covering the air conditioner vent, and I have a magnetic thing that's going over my register up there. So at any point, I can take both of those off and air the room out, get the air conditioning in.
Do you know about how you're not supposed to cover vents?
No. What do you mean? How dare you?
JTJ was just telling us this story actually about how you're
Oh,
not.
is it gonna be a ghost?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it's has something to do with like, I mean, it has something to do with the actual like engineering of the fucking air ducts and what it does when you cover one of them up, which is beyond me. I don't understand it, but you might check with somebody about the safety.
If you're
of
not
covering
supposed to
your vent.
cover them, why do they have vents that can close then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's the
is this
thing.
one that can close?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming
mean,
usually.
that-
They
Yeah,
all-
but
all my
also
vents can
it's not
close.
it's not covered with a gasket, right? It's just physically kind of covered, right? Like it's not completely
Right, like so air could
sealed,
come out
right?
of it if
I mean,
it had to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one is because it's a rubber mat that's like completely over it. It's just weight holding it on.
It has something to do with the over freezing out something and then overheating something out. Oh man, I don't know. It's probably fine.
I don't believe Justin. Justin can call the cops on me if he wants, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, wait, hang on. We
You
have
do
an
whatever
expert.
you want with your vents.
We have an
Someone
expert.
made a comment. Yeah.
Covering
Covering
one
the
vent is
vent-
okay.
covering
Covering
one
all
vent's
or
okay.
most vents on a floor. Okay. See that makes some sense to me.
Cool.
But just one, nah. So yeah, Justin, if you're listening, if you're watching, call the cops.
I
Go ahead.
think he may.
Go ahead.
I think
Someone
he may
says
have
get
been covering
JTJ
up
in
lots
here.
of vents. Yeah, indeed. Somebody get JTJ in here because I just miss
Yeah.
him on this show. When is he gonna
Yeah,
come back?
I agree.
He's being a snob.
He's
know.
being snobby.
I think it's because he just doesn't want to hang out with me. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No.
I'm convinced.
Ooh.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
understand though.
Oh man, you're quick.
You're kind of, you could be a pill sometimes, Sin.
I know.
I'm just playing.
All right.
He doesn't want to
so-
watch these
summoning-
stupid movies, and he doesn't realize he can
That's
just
what it
promise to
is.
watch them and then not watch them.
Hey, Bad Mouth Justin got
Oh,
us
my
4 more
goodness.
viewers. Let's keep doing it.
Okay, so that's the first part of the news. Second part of the news, was it last week?
Yes.
Zero released.
Zero's return.
Zero's Return by Sarah King, the author of the many different episodes of Pirates of, was it?
Ben Sands or
Fantasia.
I don't even
Fantasia.
remember.
Yes, Pirates of New Fantasia.
New Fantasia.
You're thinking of Pirates of Penzance, which is
Just
the opera.
The thing that sounds just like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like almost.
Virtually identical plots. But so Sarah has been writing those for us. She's taken a break from doing that for a while since we don't pay her to do it. But we did just release Zero's Return.
She's delving into chickens at the moment.
Yes, she is
Chicken hatchery.
elbow deep in
Oh,
chickens.
and live chicken.
Chicken eggs.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are still alive to experience it. But that's farming.
I saw a chicken and dog playing hide and seek.
Circle of
in a video.
life. Sometimes you gotta go elbow deep. But Sarah, we just released Zero's Return, book 3 of the Legend of Zero series.
Wow. That's a great introduction to Sarah's new book.
Hang on, let me get a picture or something. Jeez.
You can find the entire audio collection of the Legend of Zero on
Up
our
a
platform.
chicken!
So unprofessional, you guys.
I don't have a webpage for this.
Go to soundbooththeater.com. Don't search for chickens. Search for the Legend of Zero.
Lord, to help us.
I'm doing it.
Do not type in. Do not type up a chicken anywhere on your computer.
We'll immediately get a virus.
Yes. So, Legend of Zero. There's 3 gigantic novels, 1 kind of small novel, and 7 or 8 short stories of the Legend of Zero series. Look at this cover.
Oh yeah.
Look at this awful,
Dude's face.
horrifying cover. I love the work that this artist did for us. So we've done 3 covers like this of the sort of 80s horror posters where they follow you, their eyes follow you. I remember my brother had a Nightmare on Elm Street poster like this.
Oh nice.
He totally
yeah,
just drank a gallon of Tang.
Oh yeah, a gallon of Tang.
Look at that.
Oh, Ahmed. Oh my god.
Yeah, go pick it up, guys. It's really good. The whole series is really good. I love Joe, the main character, aka Zero. It's a series all about this guy having the worst time out in space. He gets drafted as a 14-year-old into an intergalactic army, and then all of his friends die in training, and then everything he does, he gets no thanks for and gets his ass beat for it. So it's one hell of a ride. It's very depressing, but at the same time, very hilarious.
There are some funny moments for sure.
There are some banger moments with especially the dialogue, and still my favorite is Book 2, Zero Recall. Book 2 is just absolutely amazing. Is it Recall? Wait, Zero Recall?
I thought it was.
Zero
yes.
Recall.
Book 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely go pick it up, guys. It's $12.99 per book. This one's the longest one I've done for her so far. 22 hours and 53 minutes, almost 23
Damn,
hours.
son.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. So the whole series is worth the money. Go check it out, guys. What else came out in the last week?
Nothing in the last week besides Zero's return.
Okay, Zero's return, and that's why our movie review for today for the cinema is Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
It's I guess the one most famous military sci-fi movie out there. I think.
I really would have watched this one if I weren't out of town. I would have.
She says that. I don't believe her.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this next one. I'm gonna watch the next one. I am.
No, that was
All
the
right.
last
We
one.
don't even know what the next is going to be yet. You'll
Yeah,
probably turn
do
your
you
nose
see
up
it?
at
Last one.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna.
is it.
I
No more
declare.
cinemas.
I'm
Watch.
watching.
We're
the
gonna
next
do a
one.
Lars von Trier movie next.
Oh,
Yes!
God, no, we're not.
I will watch the fuck out of that. I love Lars von
Have you
Trier
ever seen
movies.
Starship Troopers, Andy?
They make me feel so good. You know, they're just
Do they?
so-
Yeah.
They're
They do?
uplifting.
Happy, feel good.
They're just happy, feel good movies.
Yeah.
They just make me feel better about the world and just being a woman and.
One of the most uplifting scenes I've ever seen in any movie
Okay.
was the one in Antichrist where the lady smashes her husband's dick with a big block of wood.
I heard about
You
this.
remember that?
Was that a Lars von Trier film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
That's why I did a double take when you were saying how they make you feel so good.
No, they're all
Willem
extremely
Dafoe.
depressing.
I know.
But I
Yes.
love
Okay.
them. I love them.
I
Yes,
don't think I've ever seen any of his movies because I can just tell they would be ones I wouldn't care for.
Willem Dafoe's dick
Breaking
getting
the
smashed.
Waves was.
Yeah.
Trip.
Oh,
Was a trip.
Melancholia. Maybe I could try that one.
Dancer in the Dark. Real
Dancer in the Dark.
barrel of
Oh
laughs.
God, that movie. Oof.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I grew up and I can watch it now.
Oh, Galaxy. Someone's just said watch Galaxy Quest next. Have you guys seen Galaxy
I
Quest?
finally saw
Yes.
that for the first
A
time a couple years ago, a year or so ago.
A lot.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
It's a good movie. Okay, so I guess that's it for our current releases. But next week, next Thursday, the pre-order for Everybody Loves Large Chests Volume 9 Jackson will be up and ready.
No, that's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow's the 11th?
Yes.
No,
Yes!
that's Friday. That's Friday. No, tomorrow's
Tomorrow's
the
the
10th.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's
I
a
got
Friday.
it.
It's a Friday. I'm
the
sorry. I
11th,
thought it
yeah.
was so. It's the 11th.
We both got.
Yes. I'm sorry.
got
The
mixed
pre-order
up.
for Everybody Loves Large
Yeah.
Chests Volume
This is
9
not
Jackson
Wednesday.
is up 2 days from now.
Yes.
You guys, this one's what, 16 hours?
I don't know. I didn't work on it.
I think this one was like 16 hours. It's fucking gigantic. And it is produced like a motherfucker. It's so amazing. 8 people in the cast now.
Ooh, too
For
many to
Everybody
put on
Loves
the
Large
cover.
Chests. It's too many to put on the cover for sure. Half of them. And this is one of my favorite Everybody Loves Large Chests. Like, I can honestly say that. No, I mean, not just the production and everything, but it's actually like nice and packed full of stuff happening. And it's hilarious, as always. But yeah, guys, don't miss this one. We only have 3 more books. We only have 3 more books to produce, and it feels like I don't want this series to end, but it will. Neven is a good author, and he ends things. So now, in this case, it's a very large thing to end. But hey, I guess you're getting the best of both worlds in that sense. But yeah, don't forget, guys. 2 days from now, Jackson will be up for pre-order. The next Friday is DCC 6.
Pre-order.
And the pre-order will be up, and you guys will see who our special guests are. I'm so fucking excited for you guys to see this because you're all going to shit your pants. You're all going to be like, of course!
Yes,
well.
exactly. Yes, exactly.
As well. So that's the best part for me is that, is that you guys are going to, like,
The shit pants of
here's the
course
thing.
combo is what
The
Jeff
shit
is
pants
always
of course
going
combo.
for.
Yes, that is
sadly
the-
no taco.
Do you have the large chest series all up on your
No.
application? No,
Just
we
links
don't.
Probably to Audible.
Yeah, unfortunately, we wish, but the exclusivity deal with Audible is too sweet to pass up, especially since it's just so much easier to wrangle new listeners from Audible. We have to hit that ranking, it is what it is for now. Someday if enough of you guys bring enough people to our
Yeah.
platform,
You
if
tell
enough of you
enough
guys buy
friends.
stuff, tell enough friends how awesome we are, and
Maybe,
tell them how
yeah.
cool our app and our store is. Enough of you guys do that, and we'll start releasing our big stuff there too. But for now, it's not feasible. However, September 1st, Dungeon Crawler Carl, the Audio Immersion Tunnel, Episode 1, will be releasing for free. There's going to be 8 episodes total in the season. Episode 2 is going to come out on our birthday, October 31st, and then we're going to do every 2 weeks after that. So we have 2 months? 2 months of people listening to Episode 1 and you guys telling each other how fucking awesome it is and waiting some more. Because we kind of we're kind of getting addicted to making you guys wait for things.
So cruel. So cruel.
Just Jeff.
I know. Just me. Just me. Okay. All right. That's
we have
fair.
a release next week too, though. No, not next week on the 16th. Going up on
someone's
Audible.
guest stars are Tim Curry and Carrot Top.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks and Sandra Bernhard.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. What? I'm sorry, Sin. What was next week?
Mimicking Me.
Mimicking Me.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is a new title, Mimicking Me. It's a new series, narrated by one of our new favorite narrators, Ryan Reed. And I can't remember what's the author's name for that one. Oh, now I'm fired.
It starts
I'm
with
for sure fired.
It's
I
a
don't remember.
dual. It's 2 authors. What starts with a
Right.
C? It's got some.
Tom Hanks and Sandra
I
Bernhard.
I didn't work on it.
Tim Curry and Carrot
I just
Top.
got the page ready.
Let me.
Oh,
let
they
me
want
look.
Donut Meow
I'm looking it
preview.
up.
We have the cover art.
What is? I mean, that's just like a meow,
Cassius
right?
Lang.
What's the?
Yeah.
Cassius
that.
Lang and Ryan Tang.
Yeah. Lang and Tang.
It sounds like
Oh.
I'm making it up, but I'm not.
Lang and Tang.
Yeah. Ahmed, can you
Sounds,
find it?
sounds sexy.
There. Actually,
Can I
I'll send it in the private
Find
chat.
what? Images?
What, the cover
Imagery?
art, maybe?
Yeah, I just sent
Yeah,
you
let me
the
see if
Kindle
I-
link
Oh, nice.
in the private chat here. So yeah, you guys get to see it. It's a cool cover. Ryan narrated it, but I played the mimic. I think that's a little bit of course, casting as well. But one thing that I tried to do with this book, because I knew it was inevitable for there to be comparisons between this and ELLC, and because it's quite obvious that the author himself was, influenced by ELLC, and that's why he came to us. I wanted to make sure that the mimic sounded nothing like Boxy. So I've concentrated very hard on making sure that happened. So I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's kind of like Venom. It's kind of like the symbiote type thing going on.
How did
and
you
yes,
make
he
him
feeds it
sound?
cookies. That people will
Have
find
This
out.
picture.
Okay, all right. Because I
Yeah,
don't know.
look
I
at the
didn't- I
picture.
didn't look.
Just imagine you.
Of this
you'll
picture,
get
I
there.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taste the cookie.
Yeah. Yep. So next Thursday or Friday?
Wednesday. We have it for the
Next
16th.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, the 16th. The 16th, Mimicking Me is releasing. So watch out for that, guys. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. So, all right, that's all the news. What do you guys want to do first? I'm watching.
I think you guys should.
I'm watching.
What?
You're not going to get me this time.
All right.
You
I
did.
didn't
You,
get
you
to-
got me.
You
I
didn't get
wasn't.
me.
I
You
thought
didn't
you
get me.
guys were going to do the performances first.
No, he knew. He knew.
I knew it was
He
coming.
was waiting.
And
for it.
because, at Annie's request, we did Starship Troopers this time for our movie. We are reviewing Starship Troopers. That's right, the
Yes.
1997 military sci-fi by, what's his name? Verhoeven?
Paul
Something
Verhoeven or something like that. Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah,
Paul
right
Verhoeven?
there.
that was his
Paul
name?
Verhoeven,
Yep.
Yeah.
So we did a review of RoboCop earlier
Yeah.
this year.
Yep.
So we're kind of having a theme here. If I don't know if you guys noticed, but the score was very similar. It's like the same chord progression.
I was thinking, this sounds really familiar to me. Where have I heard this before?
Is it
I
Basil,
didn't even
Basil
put it together.
Polidorus? Is it the same?
Let's see.
Same...
Probably.
I'm looking it up. I'll never find it this way.
It definitely sounded like a
yeah,
ripoff.
Basil Polidorus.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, so it's the same guy. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's the
guy,
guy
right?
who did the Conan music too.
Oh, did he?
By the way,
Right,
Did he
of
choose
course
a
it is.
different chord progression for Conan?
Yes, it was a different. Conan has a different chord progression,
Totally
but the
different.
Starship
but it's still
Troopers and
the same,
RoboCop is the
yeah.
same.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
it's
dun,
similar,
dun,
yeah.
dun. That sounded just like
Da,
RoboCop.
da, da,
That's where I could not place it. I knew it was like this sounds.
yeah,
I had
it's
no
totally
clue.
him. It's the same. It's the same
Interesting.
guy, same director,
Yeah.
same vibe.
Okay, that's why I had
even.
forgotten. I
Same
didn't
vibe.
look up his other stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. Sid.
Um,
But this is like stuff
so-
I grew up with, so that's why.
yeah, this dude has a lot of really great movies under his belt. What is this? Is that
That's
the new
Ghostbusters. Yeah. let me go.
Ghostbusters? Why is that
Let me
playing?
go to.
So yeah, what did you guys think? Here's the Walking Dead guy.
Who's going first? Who's going?
The
first?
Walking Dead
that's why
preacher.
I knew he looked familiar, but he's like 20-some years younger, so
Yeah.
that's what didn't click in my brain.
Yeah.
Well, you picked it
So-
out. That's right. Walking Dead.
Yep.
Okay.
So who's
yeah.
going? Sin, you go first.
Who wants to go? Yeah, Sin, you
well,
go
I
first.
can. Okay,
Sin,
so
you go
I
first.
saw this first.
This is the cinema.
Many years ago, like back probably in the 90s, not long after it came out on VHS. And I remember that I liked it, but I didn't look deeper into it because I was quite a bit younger and just didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, that's a cool sci-fi flick. I hated what happened to the character of what's-her-face. Diz was her name? Diz?
Yeah.
Diz,
I could
yeah.
not stand Denise Richards' character, and I didn't like her again in
Yeah,
here.
she was a hoe.
Second time, I just did not. I just couldn't stand her, and it aggravated me. It's like, dude, the main character is like pining away for her, and meanwhile, this really hot, cool chick is the one that's like, dude, she's right here in front of you. Anyway, I didn't realize that it had all these undertones to it. I had no clue about it, so I did some research
Incredible.
and found out that the director took a complete like divergence away from the original intent of the book. So the movie is a satire about the industrial military complex and again anti-fascist type of mentality. The book was completely different. The book was pro-military, pro big like control of the people. Some people said that's what it's like. Well, okay,
I don't.
I haven't read the book. I've heard that the movie's better than the book. I heard the book is so boring.
The book is short, and it's very like.
But there's like two different types of messages
Yes,
in the
yeah.
book and the movie. And something that blew my mind was that the author, they were saying that in the book he put his libertarian beliefs in a military-run authoritarian government.
Is
Which
Ray,
doesn't
Ray
that's
Bradbury?
I forgot his name, but that doesn't even
it's-
match. Like how can you be
I don't know. That doesn't
libert-
necessarily mean.
How can you be
there's
libertarian?
There's not a direct conflict
No,
there.
it's a
because
To me, it's-
libertarians still believe
no,
that
Robert
there's
A.
a role
Heinlein.
for the
Heinlein.
military. There's a role for
Yeah, but
government to take
authoritarian?
on.
I don't know.
Not an authoritarian one, not
but
this
that's-
one, but
Right, but that was like
libertarians
apparently-
believe that that's really the only legitimate role of the government
protection of-
is to defend
Right.
national defense, right?
Right, but not as authoritarian, which was apparently the way this
Right.
author believed. So anyway, I found the contrast interesting. I personally felt like the special effects hold up pretty decently.
Oh,
but
yes,
maybe
they do.
I'm just easy to please.
No, you're right.
Until I get into that. Yeah.
Okay, and the bugs. Okay, so there were a few things that aggravated me. Like there were things that happened. Like how could they go on these other planets and breathe? I didn't get that. How? They're in space. How could they do this? And also, the scene when he's on the top of the bug and he's shooting it and he throws a grenade in. How in the world could he stay on the top of the bug that long and not be thrown off sooner than he was? Little things like that aggravated me. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty fun film. It felt a little hokey. So, like, the acting felt really... And so this is an interesting thing I found out about the acting. This is what I heard. The director... There were other people that were in the running for it. Some people didn't get it. Some people just turned it down, like Keanu Reeves, Mark Wahlberg, James Marsden, Jason Priestley, Nev Campbell was supposed to be in the role of Denise Richards. Anyway, I heard that the director intentionally chose eye candy actors, but actors who weren't that good, to drive home the propaganda nature of what the overall story is about.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
like, that's so interesting. Okay, I can see that because they
How
weren't
how would you feel being
Yep.
one of those actors, like, and
Right?
then reading that later, like, oh.
Look,
right?
like, can you imagine being an actor being turned down and be like, you're overqualified?
Yeah, you're too good.
I feel I
Your
believe
acting
you
is too
right now,
good.
and so no thanks. That was terrible. You're hired.
You're beautiful. You can't act worth crap. You're hired. Anyway, I just thought that was fascinating and some
Why,
just
why are we
interesting
seeing Sarah Michelle
This is
Gellar and
red,
that guy?
the red
and
carpet.
Did they go to the
I'm
premiere or
totally,
something?
I guess that's what this is.
those,
All
none
this-
of those
this
people
is
were
so
in it.
old. Yeah, no, it's totally the premiere.
Oh, okay.
pictures.
So someone on my stream says Robert Heinlein is the
Yeah, Heinlein. Yeah.
yeah is the
He wrote
author.
"Stranger in a Strange Land."
I
Now
don't know.
I'm
I've never
curious.
read
I'd like to
any
read
of.
it.
I heard it.
I
so
read Starship
dull.
Troopers, but
Is
it was a long time ago.
I heard it was terrible.
The book? No, it
Well-
was like it was a
Just
military
like
book.
like dull. Like so in the movie there's a lot of action, there's a lot of fighting. In the book it's mostly just goes over their training. There's not
yeah,
much
he
action
talks
at
about
all.
it's
Yeah.
a soldier and he's going out, and the troopers are like in mechs and they all have nukes, and it's like really like wildly different in that sense. But it's basically the guy's going on a bombing run. I if I'm not mistaken, he's going on a bombing run and he's going over. He's like, it's a series of flashbacks as he's doing his job, and so but he's going over all of the reasons that he does what he does, and so it's I wouldn't say it was boring. I enjoyed it. I read it quickly. I remember that.
thought
I
about
hate that they're
listening to
showing
that.
other things besides.
I
the
don't
trailer,
understand
you know.
what this is about. This is like from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I heard that the mech suits that were pretty
Oh, yeah, this is
prominent
nothing.
feature in the book were not. They obviously didn't show up in the movie at all. Something else that a person on YouTube mentioned when I was watching stuff about this was how that the three main characters aren't particularly likable. Did you guys like any of the main characters?
I liked
talking about
the
three
main.
mains.
I liked them. Wait, which one? Which
So Rico
are the three?
Okay, so the three mains are the friends. Rico, the psychic guy played by
Neil
Doogie
Patrick
Howser, MD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doogie Howser.
And,
Doogie, exactly.
Yeah, and,
What
Doogie
the hell
Howser
is that guy's
Denise-
name? Oh, Doogie Howser.
Yeah, I couldn't
yeah.
think of his I know his name. I couldn't think of it.
Denise Richards, is
And
she one of
Denise-
the mains?
Yes,
Yes.
because they were
Okay,
the three
so yeah,
friends at the beginning.
I did like Johnny, but
I
like
liked Johnny
in a,
too.
but only because like he
He was perfect in the role.
Well, I mean, sort of, but like he was just such a pure-hearted kind of patsy, you know? Like,
Well, I mean, he was kind of
he was a bit of a
dumb.
sucker.
He was
Yeah, he was a
dumb.
dummy.
He joined
He was
the
a dummy,
military
but he had
for this
pure
for this
intentions and.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the main reason he joined the military was for this girl, and so that was kind of
And
that
then
was
it turned to
definitely
something
dumb
else.
of him. And then she goes and tosses him
Dumb.
away. Yeah, he did
Dumb
have,
but pure.
I guess. Yeah, pure. Yeah, I guess. But he was also I don't know. He was okay. I liked him. I didn't like Doogie Howser was all right.
No.
I mean, he's not even in there a whole bunch. And I heard in the book there was really not much stuff about psychic things. In fact, there wasn't
Yeah,
really.
No, it wasn't.
There was like brief mention of something, but they really leaned heavily into the psychic nature of his character, in the movie. But I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a fun rewatch. And I appreciate it more. Not that I disliked it, but I can see more into it now than I did 20 plus years ago. I think it's decent. I think it's a very solid sci-fi flick with definitely. I feel like in some ways you can read different messaging based on maybe how you personally feel about things.
Interesting. The book is a warning against military. I gotta read it.
Some
I gotta
people
read it.
say that is not the case. Some people say no, it is very much pro-military based on what they know about this guy. So
Here's the thing: is co-ed shower scene, best scene. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, the co-ed shower scene. Did you hear? Okay, I want to tell you an interesting bit of trivia about the co-ed shower scene.
Okay.
So I was watching a video on YouTube, and they were saying how that the actors were uncomfortable because it was like they're all naked in there, right? Or certain parts of them. And they were uncomfortable and about filming it, and they only agreed to film it if the director filmed it in the nude. So I was like, well, this dude is like, where was he from? Like Sweden or something? That was no biggie for him. He's like European. He doesn't care. So he's like, no problem. And then also
he's like, "Rod, good. I've been dying to take my clothes off."
right, exactly. And then when he would, so when they would have them fighting, so the bugs were almost all of them virtually, virtual green screen work. So they would have these things for the actors, they would have like pieces of paper with bugs or whatever. But they said sometimes the director would start to like run after them, like, "I'm this bug, I'm going to get you." And he'd like freak the actors out to get, I guess, a genuine reaction from them. It's just kind of funny. I could just imagine that happening on set. My favorite. Yeah, the kids were stomping the bugs. Yeah, so people were complaining. People complain about the book, too, because they feel like it's not pro-military, pro-fascist. They also feel like it was racist and sexist.
Okay, so now I really want to read it because they're probably all wrong. That's like when people pile on like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like,
to
how
me
they're
always
like
says,
complaining about the race. The racism was because of the way the bugs were. They're bugs. They're freaking bugs. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now I have to read it. So here's the thing: is if anyone was the libertarian plus pro-military thing, like when you were reading about that, was that a thing that someone said that it didn't make sense that those two things were in the same message?
I'm saying it did. It did make sense to him that they were saying that they felt like he was injecting apparently he's libertarian. He was libertarian. Okay. But he was he also believed in a military-run authoritarian government. And to me, that's a complete mismatch. I don't see how a libertarian can think authoritarianism is.
Yeah,
wait, what?
It's not logically inconsistent.
Okay, it is to me.
I think the most important aspects of where the book meets the movie is in all of the civic stuff. And
that's the part about
becoming a
being
citizen.
Citizen.
Well, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure that I've read a Heinlein book now. That I really enjoyed.
In a Strange Land?
No, it definitely wasn't that. Robert, right?
Was it Strange Land?
I think. Yeah, I'm definitely still hearing echo, you guys, by the way.
Oh, really?
I'm not
I don't
picking
know what
it
it
out.
is.
I've just raised my volume to see if I can hear it better.
Yeah, that's what I think too, Angel. I don't see. I just
I hear
I
a little
can't.
flutter there.
I can't make that connection in my brain.
Is that? Can you speak again, Sin?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Oh, I hear
It's
the
annoying.
echo, even though I muted Jeff. So let me mute myself.
Hello. Yeah, I still hear it. Maybe
still
it's
hear it
Annie.
too.
It's
Okay, now I'm
Annie's
muting
fault.
Annie.
You know what? Annie's
Go ahead.
headphones might be turned up pretty high.
Go ahead,
Oh.
speak.
Hello. Oh, it's gone. No.
Check,
Hello?
check, check,
I
check.
still
No,
hear it.
she just put it back up though.
I
Hang on,
muted
mute.
it. Here's me on not muted, and now.
No, go ahead, Sin.
Testing.
Gone.
I hear like a brief echo.
No,
but anyway.
go a little louder. Go, hey. You don't have to say that.
Hey!
No,
I
echo.
still hear it a little bit.
Hang on. Well,
Maybe
it
it's
could
just
be
me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe.
Anyway.
So wait,
So, yeah.
so score? Are we up to score now?
In just a sec.
You guys
okay, so
haven't talked about it too
yeah,
much yet.
I wanna-
know Ahmed
okay.
has a lot to say too.
Oh,
so.
too much.
yeah, do you want to go first, Ahmed, or do you
Yeah,
want me to go?
I'll go. So
Okay, go
I
ahead.
grew up with this movie. Okay, so I remember when it came out in the box office. This movie it was one of the most expensive movies of the time. They spent a
dang.
lot of money on this, expecting a return, but I don't think they got the return that they expected from the movie. So I think it might have been a little bit of a bomb, despite the fact that it was literally, man, this is cinema. Boy, in a way that I don't recall in a lot of movies. Like this was the prime time. This was I feel like what year was it? It was around Batman.
Came out in 97.
97.
Yeah.
And Batman came out when?
Which Batman? Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton, yeah.
89.
That was 89, yeah.
That was
This
many
is
years.
97, so no, not Batman. There was another series of movies that was out during this time as well, and it was dwarfed by those other movies. You know what I mean? Like it was literally in competition with, it was cinema, like before CGI, and there is a lot of CGI in this movie, and like really, really well done. A lot of set design, a lot of money spent, the outfits, the guns, there's so many like facets of filmmaking like that are going on in this. The soundtrack, everything is like top notch. I feel like this was shot during a time when the production studios were like doing it, really doing it. Like the people were like so well trained and just going at it. And I feel like they don't make movies like this anymore. Like there's something about this movie and the way that it's designed that you're just not going to see this anymore. And so I felt like it was an homage to a time, to the way they used to make movies. I think it's really edited really well together. Like great lines. Everything is very clear and concise as it moves along. You're never really confused. It's like put together well. It's entertaining. And I liked it more this time around than I used to when I was younger, which is funny because it used to always be on and I used to not always watch it because it was just like, ugh, like enough with the Starship Troopers, But like watching it again, I feel like I got so much more from it. It is satire on a high level.
Oh, for sure.
And it's the way that it's the trajectory of these three kids, how they go through high school, they go to military academy, the way they were taught, the way they go and the horrors of war, the absolute horror of war. And then the twist that it's a necessity in the end after we get bombed in Buena Vista, right? Like
Buenos Aires.
Buena Vista. Buenos Aires. But I mean, because initially you're like, yeah, you're an idiot, like whatever, you're all idiots. Like, so you're going into space, endangering your life, and for what, right? But then, the Earth gets attacked. And then all of a sudden it's like, ugh, it's legitimized, right? It's like within the story, it's even like, there's nowhere to go back to. He was going to leave. He accidentally got a dude shot. Actually, that's the other thing is all the military tropes were in this movie. Like everything to the letter was like everything after the next thing, the boot camp scenes, everything was like going for it. Despite the fact that, yeah, like you said, Sim, they were pretty bad actors. But you know what's funny is like watching their performances from back then, I can't necessarily distinguish how bad it is. Like it's just kind of like a mark of the time, like Denise Richards, yeah, like awful, like smiling all the time and a little goofy but somehow fitting and somehow also of the time. Mm-hmm. So it definitely gave me that nostalgia, but also I remember being when the movie came out and being like, ugh, like I don't want to, I remember having these feelings of like, I don't want to watch that. Like it's, even though I like sci-fi and I've seen it, it wasn't like the first movie that I'm going to be like going after.
Was it because of the dumb love triangle that was going on that turned you off? Because that wasn't really a thing in the book?
No, I don't know. Just the way the movie moved when I was younger, I didn't like the pace at all. And now that I'm older and I'm watching it, I was like really into it. And I don't know if that's just nostalgia acting. But Very Mean Thoughts is absolutely right. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. It's intensely
not. I was thinking the same thing when I was watching it. Yeah,
that's what it is. I think
it was like someone said
Dawson's Creek goes to war. Yeah, because it was kind of aggravating a little bit. Also, Denise Richards should have died in the end because that injury through the back.
The shoulder injury.
Yeah,
shoulder.
It was like right here, and that thing was huge, and it would have punctured her lung, and she would have died. But she's still alive.
It's
that bothered me.
Yeah, but that was like semantics.
A love quadrangle. Yeah, it was a love quadrangle. That's true.
Man, and even down to the damn creepy creature that at the end, the brain bug and its mouth and all the
male.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, the
male. Oh right.
Yeah, the male pilot. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
it
part
was.
where
but-
they shoved the thing up the creature's whatever that was.
Oh, right at
but
the end when they
censored.
censored. Yeah, no, so good. Those commercials are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the
Did you-
time, it was like corny, but I feel like it embraced something that movies today
seemed
don't
corny, but
embrace.
that was
Don't
messaging
embrace.
for sure.
It was,
yeah.
but also the writing was like of the time, but also fearless in a way that I don't think you're gonna see today.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's true.
I can't like it literally is like commenting about military and government in this harsh negative way, and I feel like I don't know that I would see this movie today. Like I feel like people are so
Really?
far the other way that
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
happen.
for sure.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm
nowadays,
right. I could be wrong.
Nowadays, people are very, very coddled, and they really like their governments now.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm feeling like, and I feel like
Yeah,
this-
for sure.
But this is they love their government in this movie, right? Like
Yeah.
they-
yeah,
They do.
yeah.
They
And
they
we what I love about this movie is we see where that gets them.
Right? Just cogs in the machine. Just
But
cogs
once
in the
again,
machine.
I don't know. They don't specify if we picked the fight? We picked the fight with them, right?
Okay,
We were
okay.
traveling.
So in
I
the
don't know. I
book,
don't
yeah,
think-
no,
I
in the
don't remember.
movie, they insinuate that we had sort of gone in. Remember when Denise Richards is in space and they come upon the asteroid or whatever? It's like, well, they were in their territory, so that's why the bugs launched an attack. But in the book, it's very heavily inferred that no, it was the bugs. There was no intrusion into their territory. They just launched an attack. So there's two different things about that. The book and
'Cause
the
I
movie
feel
differ
like-
completely.
I feel like that's the line, the dividing line between the two like ideologies. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
really important whether or not we were out there picking a fight and then got beat up,
Right.
or
I
if we
think the
were
movie
just
insinuates-
victims of the universe's chaos. You know, in which
Yeah.
case, of course, we would go military and go that way because survival is paramount, right? It just
Yeah.
says so much about that. You know, that's where it was. That was the sweet spot for me on this viewing. Like all this other stuff was fluff. You know, it was the story around this idea of civic ideology, and the concept of like extreme team, like extreme humanity. You know, and it's funny because his parents are like totally they're like wealthy like regular people, right? Like regular Americans or whatever.
They're Argentinian.
Right, technically, but
Yeah.
it seems like the world just expanded
Just
into
like one
America.
world
The
sort
world
of, yeah,
became, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
so
was
they were
gonna
pretty
say
normal.
something.
They seemed pretty normal, and he decided to go into the military anyway. But the military is a much different beast, I think.
Mm.
You know, like what they're offering and what it means is not the same as in this world, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
So-
that's-
My thoughts. I enjoyed this movie more than I thought I would.
Really? Had you
think, yeah,
had you
I
seen
think
it before?
yeah, I think I
Okay.
saw it like a decade ago and really enjoyed it.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it even more this time. You know, there's little things that you can catch throughout, and also just the charm of like, you know, someone from the 90s making a movie about the future and then looking at the tech that they had. Like one of my favorite parts was in that beginning classroom scene when we first meet Casper, or whatever his name is.
yeah.
And he's
Rico.
drawing
Rico.
Rico.
Johnny
and
Rico.
he's drawing in that basically Microsoft Paint,
Oh,
but
yeah, on
he's
the
got
tablet,
on a tablet.
Yeah. Yeah.
and like it's like making the sound. It's making a sound as if he's drawing on paper, and then he sends it, and it's like already animated and all that, and it's just such a stupid such a stupid piece of tech. But like back then in 1997, that might have seemed cool. I don't know. But that was amusing, and like just, you know, watching a movie from back, what is it, 20
It came out in
6 years now, 26 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I thought it was
Sorry.
interesting how well the visual effects held up, like Sin was saying.
yeah.
And I think I understand why. I think it's because if you notice, everything is in full daylight. So it was very easy to match the lighting. That's one of the big things about computer graphics, special effects. Is one thing that you will catch without thinking about it, without understanding why, is that the lighting is off, right? That it's not a perfect match for the model versus the environment, the lighting of the set, right? So because they had it all in blaring sunlight, it was pretty fucking easy to do. There's did you notice there was barely any shadows or anything?
Oh, that's a good point. I had no idea, but that's a good cheat, right? That's a smart cheat.
Yeah. But they did look good. I mean, the bugs looked great. The one that looked worst was the one that was blobby, right? The one at the end, the brain bug.
End, yeah. You could,
and
you
that
could
one
see
looked
the
very
seams of the
CG.
CGI, yeah.
Yeah.
But but it's easier, I think, to do surfaces that are like
shiny
and flat, like Iron Man. Like it was just easier to do.
Yep.
But still, for the time, man, forget about it.
Yeah.
Like way ahead of its
looked
time.
great back then.
Like
way ahead.
Like
so,
absurdly way ahead of its time, and that's crazy to think.
The bug design is fucking great. Very, very simple, but still alien, right? Because it's a vertical jaw
and still effectively,
instead of pincers going this way on bugs.
Creepy.
Yeah, they
and
moved
scary.
fast. They were scary. And I loved how, they had to shoot them a lot because they had to shoot them in the joints.
Yeah, it took them forever to kill them sometimes.
Yeah, because their bullets are bouncing off the carapace and they have to get in the joints. But then once they do hit the joints, they blow up.
Yeah.
So it tells you, these are maybe even explosive rounds or something. I don't know exactly.
Which reminds me of my initial gripe with the movie. I remember now, when I was young.
Which
was that they were so hard to kill?
Why would you ever fight a ground war with something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So there was one scene where they go in and they
just
blow them
bomb 'em.
up. Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid.
They should have
then
had
again,
different, better weapons.
But that's
then
part
again,
of the satire.
you look at real war, and it's similarly absurd. Like if you just, it's like people are, there are vehicles, but also people throwing themselves at it, and it's like But at the same time, still, why would you ever? Like, that's just
it's
crazy.
satire. I think that's part of the satire, too. It's like, well, why are they even doing this? Well, it's definitely cheaper to make propaganda and lure recruits in
and it
than
looks
to
cool.
build to build bombs and shit,
In a sort of Spartan sort of way, everybody working together to take down the guy, and it's cool. Yeah. It's a cool idea.
Well, so originally when they were going to make this movie, the screenplay, it wasn't even about the book. And when they read the screen, I can't even remember. It had some other long ass name, something about something Outpost 9 or whatever. And they read the screenplay, and they were like, "This is actually really, really similar to Starship Troopers." So they bought the rights to Starship Troopers, and then that's when they renamed it. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
So I had fun the whole time.
Same.
The propaganda was amazing. I loved that shit. It was hilarious. Well done. Would you like to know more? I loved the little cursor on there.
Yeah.
The music was good. The sound design was excellent.
Yeah.
All the bugs exploding sounds were pretty convincing.
Guns, everything.
Really good
the shower
mixture
scene,
of visual
definitely
and
good.
practical. Of course, yes, that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good mixture of visual and practical effects.
But the shower scene, man, was it's not just that it's hot bodies doing it.
No,
it's the fact that they're going around and talking about why they're in the service.
Yeah,
that's what got me. Like the first time around, probably not, but now when I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, like they're going over. It's like this really interesting info dump, or like really interesting way to kind of distract you from the fact that they're giving you all this information, but it's important. The one woman wanted to have kids, so you knew that was tied to citizenship, which is incredible when you think about it. Like the little bit of information in that one. The other one wanted to
I'm
be.
I'm only half joking about the shower scene. Like, the tits and stuff is cool, but like, no, it's actually kind of a genuine scene, and you, like you said, you learn some stuff, and like, you get this camaraderie of all these people, and actually, I felt like it was in a way sort of ahead of its time in its sort of like progressive nature as far as like showing women on the ground, like mixed in with the rest of the infantry units. I'm not saying that that's necessarily a good thing. I'm just saying it's interesting. I mean, like, there's just a lot, like you said, Ahmed, it's just kind of a fearless movie. It just did what it wanted to do and said what it wanted to say. And it was just so much fun. It was so much fun to watch. It was just great action pretty much all the way through. It almost never stopped.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, now it's these bugs, now it's this planet, now it's these bugs. It's like,
I know it's
great.
satire, but I can't figure out if it's pro or anti-corporate. I was having a hard time with
the
that
movie.
because,
I feel like the movie's definitely anti. It's satirical, anti-military, anti.
Yeah.
That's anti.
I mean, the ending is
about
confusing in
that.
that sense because like there's a big celebration.
but I think
we got the brain bug. But
someone
I think
war
there's even
goes
maybe
on.
still a little bit of a smirk going on there.
Yeah,
and the war goes on, right?
Yeah, and that they're just cogs in a wheel, and how they the three main ones, how Rico gets all this attention. He's not even the one that captured the brain bug. It was the guy from boot camp.
It was
a guy from boot camp. Yeah,
it's Clancy Brown.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
That movie, and it had a lot of significant. All of those subplots were all solved. Every detail was like there. Like every character's arc. Like you went through it, and I guess movies just aren't made like that anymore.
Someone mentioned, I think it was the Critical Drinker when I watched his review of this, he mentioned how that it would have been really excellent if what they had done was, or you discover that the whole thing about the bugs attacking Buenos Aires was really the government doing it in order, like our people doing it in order to get us to go.
What is it,
like,
false flag?
Yeah, like something like that. Yeah, that's
there's...
not what it was, but he's like, that would have made it actually so much more effective or so much more, I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was like,
but the other thing is why were we even like, what did we want from them, right? Like, are we just trying to stop them from destroying us with asteroids?
Well, there had been some sort of truce, and then
that's what they explained in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and then we went into their territory. I don't think it was intentional, but then that's why they attacked. That's what the movie narrative is. The book narrative is they just attacked out of nowhere. Let's go kill them. Because the book was also a commentary, an anti-communist commentary.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have to read it. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up because we've spent some time on this one. Real quick, before we go to our rating numbers, I have to comment on this scene here. Your enemy can't use a nuke if you disable their hand. If you guys remember Jake Busey getting the knife to the hand. I totally forgot about that scene. Yeah. There's a parody scene of that in Everybody Loves Large Chests 9.
Oh, is it? That's so funny. How timely.
Yeah. So just wanted to mention that because I thought it was funny. Yeah, you remember that part?
Yeah.
With Will made that scene so fucking hilarious.
Oh, Will what?
Will and Gary, when Gary threw the book at him. Oh my God. I about died. So yeah, there is a parody of that scene in Everybody Loves Large Chests 9. All right, so to wrap up, let's give it a number rating. I'm gonna say 8. 8, recommend.
Okay. I'd probably give it a 7.5 to 8 for sure. Definitely recommend. Absolutely. I wanted to get Arturo to watch it, but we never had time to sit down together, so I watched it myself.
I had an extreme crisis of taste because I was thinking about this for a long time, and I was like, I love this movie, but also that says that I have bad taste or something. Like,
no,
I don't know. It's
No.
just I
The
just
movie
need to
has
say
really
that,
good, like,
but
audiences
it's
and
kind
critics
of,
both like
I
this
have to
film.
say it's really well put together.
It
it's
is.
a well-made
Yeah,
film.
it's not a bad
there's
movie
no,
on
I
it.
would
there's no
never
shame
give
in
it. I would never give it a 9, like when it first came out. But watching it now, in hindsight, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna give it a 9.
It's hard for me to disagree.
And big
Like
recommend. Yeah.
I honestly can't. Like, I think it simply. I guess that it just doesn't go deep enough to earn that kind of number from me. But I have no complaints.
Yeah, I just.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't hit that like masterpiece level for me, and that's what I feel like a 9 is. So that's. But I mean, I can't argue with you. 9
Yeah,
still.
yeah. I give it a 9.
8 is fair. 9 is fair. 9 is fair. Okay, so we're collectively
we're all-
8.33. Annie,
we're all
what
giving it-
do you think? What's your?
Annie's
what's your number?
she hasn't even seen the. She's
muted.
what?
Oh, she's muted.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Oh,
God
get
damn it.
out!
Out of 3.
fucked up our number.
I'm just kidding.
Out of
You,
3.
it's your fault for including me.
Annie, you promise almost every time that you're gonna watch these movies. And
No,
then
I
you
didn't.
Don't
I
do
didn't
your
watch
homework.
it, so I don't qualify. I can't. I cannot
Yeah.
participate.
Why are we even asking her?
Yeah. Why
Just so I could get
why
mad.
Even, yeah.
It's all
Just so I
about
can-
drama.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Drama. If you want ratings, drama. Any news is good news, as they say.
Indeed.
We heard
okay.
Annie Ellicott and Jeff Hayes just had a knockdown drag out.
Yeah.
He had a
She
big
actually
fight.
ripped
There's a big
the
scuffle
hole
going
in
on
his
at Soundbooth
donut
Theater.
hole spell tattoo straight out of. Never mind.
See what Very Mean Thoughts says about you? I put it on this. You're a scamp. You're a scamp.
That makes me
I
think of
am
that
just
song
such
from
a
Lady
scamp.
and the Tramp.
I feel like truer words have never been spoken about me.
Angel, that's because Annie just she didn't do her homework.
She didn't do her homework.
No. So she just kind of tunes out.
It's a scam
Okay, so
thing to
what's
do.
our next one? Okay,
Someone
so
made a good suggestion, y'all. I saw it in the comments. I don't know if you guys did, because, ELLC pre-orders coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Mimic and Me book.
Yep.
Someone suggested Mimic. The Mimic.
there's a movie called Mimic.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe, didn't Guillermo del Toro work on that? It has
Really?
Paul
it makes
Sorvino's
sense.
daughter.
Mira Sorvino.
I think
yes.
it has her.
Can
yeah,
we
I saw
see a
it
preview?
Love
years
her.
ago. I
Yeah,
saw
I'll
it years
pull it up. I'll
ago.
pull it up.
Is this the one we're thinking about watching?
Mira who?
Mira Sorvino.
Mira Sorvino. Or Sorvino.
What does she
or
do?
Whatever.
She's
She's
an
an
actor.
actress. You
She's
know
got
her.
long,
you know
pretty
her.
legs.
You know her. You know
Yeah,
her.
you know.
Okay,
you know who she
I already
is.
like
I know
her.
you.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she's
hot.
funny. She's
Long-
really
long
Someone
legs.
suggested it because
she's
it's a mimic.
very,
it mimics,
very
you know.
endearing. She's a likable. She's
hot.
very likable.
She played in Sound of Freedom.
She was in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Yeah.
never heard of that.
She
movie.
was in
I can't get a.
Mighty
look at
Aphrodite.
You should pull up a picture
That
of
looks so familiar. That
her. You may have
There
seen
she
that
it.
her?
Yeah.
She's quite a bit younger there, but I saw this movie a long time ago, but I thought the suggestion of Mimic was a good one since, boxing.
director Guillermo del
there's
Toro.
Yeah, that's what
All right,
I
yeah,
said. Guillermo
yeah.
del Toro. Did you
Oh,
not
I did-
hear
I-
me,
no,
Jeff?
I didn't hear you say
you said
directed
she was
by.
involved. Yeah.
Oh, I
you
said
said
it was
he
a
was
Guillermo del
involved.
Toro film.
I
Well,
didn't
you said
realize
you said he was involved.
made
You didn't
movies.
say he directed.
Oh, I thought it said it was a Guillermo del Toro film. Anyway, so yeah,
Oh.
it's been a long
Watch it
time
a
since
different
I've
light.
seen it.
100%. Let's do Mimic. That was the fastest decision
Yeah,
for this
it's
show
thanks
ever.
to whoever. I can't remember who
Mimic.
suggested it. Someone in the comments suggested it, and I was like, I'm going to remember that.
The
and
movie is called Mimic.
it's called Mimic.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, it's not about
I love
Boxy,
this.
but
Annie's writing stuff down,
it's about
maybe.
this thing that mimics. So I thought that's an excellent
I'm
suggestion.
so down. I'm so down. Yeah.
God,
And it's
this
been
movie
She
so
is cute.
long. It's going to be like rewatching it for the first time, just like Starship
If we don't see her
Troopers.
legs, I'm gonna be mad at Annie.
I don't remember if we see
Well,
her
you
legs.
can look at. Why don't you just Google image search
wonder
Mira
if there's
Sorvino's legs?
No, that's cheating.
You know what helped?
I'm doing it right now.
You know what helped Starship Troopers actually? Now that I'm thinking about it,
What?
the fact that we watched it in like full quality.
You think?
I realized that the copy that I watched was like really good. Like it wasn't. It wasn't fuzzy like I remember back in the day we had TVs. It was like
right, but usually that would be a disadvantage, right? If you watch a movie that's meant to be presented in standard definition, and then you put it in high definition, you see all the bullshit. You see all the terrible.
No. Well, what happens is because you remember if you film it on film. The film is perfect, like life quality, right?
Yeah.
So like as long as you go back to the film to get your digital, then it's gonna be as good as 4K we enjoy or like high definition. But this was high definition for sure. So I'm wondering now if I need to watch a high definition copy of Mimic if I can find it because
I gotta see where it's at, y'all, because I don't even know. But anyway,
yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna probably the quality is gonna do something. I think.
How many Del Toro things? How many Del Toro things have we watched this year, besides that awful Pinocchio movie?
No, we did another one. Oh no, it was the really good one, the ghost one. Wow, is that her legs? Is that her legs?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
still cheating, but okay, I'm impressed.
No.
Right.
He didn't do that one,
Thank you.
Ahmed. He didn't do El Orfanato.
But he had something to do with it.
He had something to do with it, but he didn't direct it. Yeah, exactly.
Right, but no, I don't think we had a Del Toro movie then.
Besides
Pinocchio.
It was just the Pinocchio,
yeah.
Which
I wish
well, still, I mean, that's still
wish
two.
we would watch Kronos because that's one of his earlier movies, and I thought that was a really good one. But let me see where Mimic is available.
Oh, that's Chromos.
So this Mimic is also a 1997 movie.
Is it?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
All right. I believe you now, Annie.
Yeah, but
I know.
This is just good content. Look at these
is.
freaking legs.
Those gams.
Look at her calves.
Is that all Mira Sorvino?
They're so long and straight and lean and
How tall is
muscly
she?
in all the
She's
right
so
parts.
They are
As an
definitely
actress.
gams.
Those are gams.
Not the Polly.
I'm a scamp and those are gams. Take it from a scamp.
All right, I'm pulling up.
Those gams win.
Oh, look, she's older in that one.
But her legs are still hot.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like, yeah, they're super hot.
That's
Is
not
that her?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's
Might be her today.
It could be AI.
Might be her at 60 or whatever.
How old is she?
She's probably in her 50s, right? Late 50s.
How old is she?
Look at that leg, man. Look at that calf.
Yeah.
Annie loves her legs.
I'm a Mira Sorvino leg fan.
Stuns. Jeez, your legs. This
Stunning.
headline.
She was okay. So
Jeez,
she
your
was born in 67. She's 55, mid
I
50s
have to
now.
see them. Oh yeah,
Mid-50s.
jeez. You're right. This is like recent. This is a recent photo.
That's a recent one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Dang.
she's looking good.
40 weeks ago. Is that what 40W is? And I've never used.
Yeah, 40 weeks.
Well,
okay.
but the photo was uploaded 40 weeks ago.
But who knows how old the photo actually is?
Right.
Oh, good point.
Okay,
Don't be so
Mimic.
gullible, Ahmed.
It's so gullible.
All right. Mimic next time. That's what day?
2 weeks from. Let me.
2
What,
weeks
what day is it?
That's 14 plus 9, 23.
The 23rd. That's just the week. That's the week
23rd.
before Dragon
All right.
Con.
All right. Hey, that's
Perfect
a
timing.
nice week for it.
Isn't that when the ELC comes out?
Yep. It'll be out by that time. Oh, wait.
No, pre-order. I think
It'll
isn't
be
on the
yeah.
25th.
It'll be
Friday.
out 2 days after that.
Yeah,
Mimic and Me
okay.
will be available, but
Yeah.
the pre-order of Everybody Loves Large
Yeah.
Chests will be the main thing. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys for doing your homework. I really appreciate people who do their homework.
except for Annie.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of
but-
course, except for Amy.
But is
But she
it-
kind of
Is
made
Annie
up for
actually
it by
gonna
showing
But I'm
watch
a
it this
scamp.
She's a scamp.
But
What
I'm
do you
a
expect?
scamp.
I'm a world-class scamp.
I keep hearing that Lady and the Tramp song in my head now.
He's a tramp. He's a scoundrel. Breaks a new heart all the time.
Is
He's
that
a
it?
tramp,
think
but
so.
I love him. And I
not
wish
seen
that I
movie.
could call him mine.
Yeah,
I have not seen that movie since I couldn't remember anything.
I've never seen it.
You know,
I was
when
so
I was
young,
like
I
3
couldn't even
or 4,
comprehend it.
I asked for Lady and the Tramp, for Christmas or my birthday or something, and they couldn't find it, and they got me The Wizard of Oz instead. And I was like, what's this crap? And then, like, The Wizard of Oz became the movie I was most obsessed with out of all the movies I've ever loved in all my life.
Oh, okay. Outlander says, Annie, please answer one question. Team Dizzy or Team Carmen?
I was just saying she can't answer because she didn't see it.
She chose Carmen.
No,
She didn't
no.
see it.
Chose Carmen.
I don't know if I
chose
can
Carmen.
go back.
What?
Well,
Everyone's
Carmen,
Team Dizzy.
I love the opera Carmen, but I share a birthday with Dizzy Gillespie, so I'm going to go Team Dizzy.
Oh,
Yeah.
She was the
Wow,
best.
Still the
that
wedding
was a
day.
way to get it.
Still wins.
Wow.
All right. So should we do the Jesus thing?
Yeah, I
The
was just
Gurren
I pulled this up for
Jesus?
like reference because apparently it's Kamina, and I think Kamina is for anime people is a samurai of something
Okay.
called Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Can we?
Oh, Gurren Lagann?
Oh, you know what that is? Okay, good.
I do only because of Arturo.
So that's what.
Okay.
that's
Can we
what
watch
this
like
is.
a clip of this guy? Because I have no
Kamina. Yeah,
fucking
okay.
idea.
YouTube Kamina Gurren Lagann. Let's see if I can get something real quick.
Who do I hear
there we
somebody
go.
talking
This
about?
video
That's
premiered during
Arturo.
Teching
He's
101's
correcting
charity
the
live stream to
pronunciation.
benefit important all time. Someone who I claim appreciation
Nah.
for Kamina's
Let's
character, othering to
just get-
consider the incredibly
Let's
important
just get some
philosophical.
highlights of his dialogue.
That's what I
or
was
something.
hoping. I don't know which. Kamina is weak. Discussion.
No, that level-headed.
Oh wait, that was I guess I don't know. Communist crew.
Gentlemen, sorry for the delay. Are you guys ready?
Just
about. What is it you're doing? Listen up, Simone. That drill there does not belong to the village chief. Cause that drill is who you are. Simone, yours is the drill that will break through the vault of heaven!
But why?
I have it all figured out. Don't ask questions.
Meaning that you can't explain anything.
All right, you bozos, we ready to go? Yeah! We're the invincible Team Gurren! Nobody can stand in our way!
Yeah.
We're sick of being cooped up in this little town. It's the young who are gonna break out! Youth of this town, aim for the surface!
Okay, I think we've had enough. Whatever that
Yeah,
is.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it
yeah,
already.
It's totally
Okay.
like pure anime. It's like
Yeah.
Oh.
okay, so
Definitely anime.
and then Jesus. You can interpret Jesus however you like, Annie. But we can pull up a video of Jesus if you need a reference.
A video of Jesus?
Yeah,
Which
if you need a
video?
reference. I don't know.
So many
what's-
different
let me see,
interpretations.
Yeah, YouTube.
All right. I can be Kamina. Kamina?
Kamina.
Kamina?
I don't know. I don't know what the right pronunciation is. Did we they didn't say his
And
name.
I can Annie, do you okay. So do you wanna do Jesus and narrate, or do you wanna do Jesus and Nazis?
That's a tough one, right?
That's
They're
a
both
really tough
N-words.
one. That's a really tough one. Gosh, I mean, the Jesus and the Nazis probably have a lot of back and forth, right?
I feel like you could do
Probably.
a killer German English accent.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Just tell me what to do, because I'm
Okay.
feeling very indecisive.
You're I honestly just want to be Nazis, so
Yeah.
you can do the narrating.
I think it's kind of
All right, so
unfair
I'll be
for me to get to
Kamina?
be Jesus and Nazis. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Green room. I'm in.
Agreed. Sin will play the part of. Let's see, what do we need here? Oh, this is so short though. Chester Cheetah.
One day in Gurren Lagann,
Yeah, Gurren Lagann, I think.
one day in Gurren Lagann.
Okay,
Kamina
so it
died.
looks like the grammar is horrendous. So please take advantage of that.
Yeah. Also, it's so short that like you could really ham it up, have fun. Take your time. It's so short. It's like you're gonna end in a second.
It's so short. I'm very sad that it's so short. Okay,
Okay.
Gurren Lagann. Let's go with that.
One day in Gurren Lagann, Kamina died, and everyone was sad. But then there was a bright flash of light, and Jesus appeared. "Hey, Kamina, it's Jesus. What's up?" said Jesus.
Thanks to Jesus, I have returned to life,
said Kamina. "You're too cool to die," said Jesus, who bumped fists with Kamina. Simon, Yoko, and all the other people in Team Die Gurren waved goodbye to Jesus and Kamina as they got into their motorcycle with hot red flames painted on the sides and did a backflip off a ramp as the song Highway Star by Deep Purple was played by the Angels, who had electric guitars shaped like skulls.
So, what do we do now, JC?
Asked Kamina. "We're going to go kill the Nazis!" Jesus said. Something in the background exploded, and they drove their motorcycles away from it and did a high five while driving at about a gazillion miles per hour.
All right!
Jesus is a very good motorcycle driver because it's one of his god powers. Same with Kamina. All of the Nazis were doing very evil things in a room.
We are the evil Nazis,
said one of them. That was when Jesus drove his motorcycle through the window and landed on top of the Nazi. "Hello,"
alas, I am slain,
said the Nazi. Jesus kicked him in the face.
Oh no!
The Nazi said. They all said that, in unison as a matter of fact.
It's Jesus!
Then Kamina broke through the other wall of the room on his motorcycle.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
He yelled as he scalped a Nazi with his Bowie knife. The Nazi didn't know who Kamina was because they are from the 1940s, and awesome hadn't been invented yet. Then the Nazis were mad at Jesus, so they shot him a bunch of times. But then Jesus absorbed all the bullets into his body and shot them out of his eyeballs back at the Nazis, so they died. "I'm Jesus, so I still love you even though you're Nazis, and I'm killing you," said Jesus. He's a pretty cool guy. Kamina did not have to forgive the sins of anybody, so he just cut a bunch of Nazis in half with his katana and then did a backflip into his giant robot. Jesus rode on top of the robot like it was a surfboard.
Let's go find Hitler,
said Kamina. There was a Nazi trying to run away, so Kamina killed him by looking at him. Kamina and Jesus rode the giant robot all the way across Germany. Each time the robot took a step, its foot landed on a Nazi, and the Nazi's intestines splattered all over the ground. Jesus said, "Since I have Jesus powers, I can tell that Hitler is somewhere nearby." So they decided to look for Hitler. They found Chester Cheetah instead, who told them,
I'm Chester Cheetah, and not Hitler.
So, Jesus and Kamina could not kill him because he is a God-fearing Christian who brings joy to people. Then Chester Cheetah took off his mask, and it was actually Hitler.
Ha! I tricked you, Jesus!
Said Hitler. Kamina said,
It's not good to trick Jesus, evil Hitler!
He kicked Hitler in the face. At the same time, Jesus kicked Hitler in the face from the other direction. It was in slow motion, and it looked really cool. Oh, Hitler, I'm going to kick your ass in a minute in the name of my Father, myself, and the Holy Ghost. Myself, the Golden Driller, and Bobcat Goldthwait, said Jesus.
Me too,
said Kamina. So then Jesus and Kamina charged up all of the spiral energy in the entire universe through the power of prayer and shot a gigantic laser beam at Hitler so that he died slowly. Thank you, Kamina, said Jesus. If you were any more awesome, you would be Jesus too. Then Kamina and Jesus high-fived each other since all the Nazis were dead. The end.
All right.
That was
Well
a
done.
perfect story. It had a twist, great characters. The motivations were all clear. Very well written. Thank you. Thank you. Who wrote this? Jason Bob Dude. Jason Bob Dude.
Jason.
Yeah,
Bob,
he was.
dude.
I like. It's very succinct writing. You know, nothing's
To the
there
point.
that doesn't have to be. It's very to the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for requesting that, everyone. I hope you guys all go home and think about that after the show. Think about, all the lessons we learned. On
Like,
that
yeah, I'd
journey.
like you to think. Whoever suggested this, whoever voted
that
this
was
in, I
absolute
would like you to
rubbish.
think about what you've done. I'd like you to really think about the choices that you're making in life.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You guys could do
Yeah.
better than that.
Agreed.
Do better.
Yeah, that was
Do
hard to
better.
Oh gosh.
I feel like there wasn't enough for Jesus to do.
Jesus was. Yeah, Jesus.
I think it's a little bit sexist that he took a second a backseat to
Yeah,
Kamina.
you mean she.
Who was, yes, she took a backseat. Jesus.
Jesus.
It really kind of shows
Sweet
you
baby Jesus.
sexism in fiction writing and how the males always overshadow the females.
The
Yeah.
males.
Even
So I mean,
when they're
it's problematic.
Jesus. Even when they're
It's problematic,
Jesus.
but I think this is an older story. When was it published?
Yeah, you've got to give it.
2010, March 7th, 2010. So,
So you've got to give it a little bit of leeway
gotta give
for
it-
being, at the
Yeah.
time that it
Behind the
was,
Yeah.
it was normal for Jesuses to be overshadowed by nothing male characters.
not to be confused with Cheez-Its,
Cheetos.
which maybe or Cheetos with Chester Cheetos. Like this story has layers to
Yeah.
I don't
Cheez-Its,
understand the Chester
it.
Cheetos.
Cheetos, Chester Cheetah,
Because he was in disguise.
a secretly Hitler because you like cheese. I mean,
He had it made. He didn't have to reveal himself.
Right.
They would have left Chester Cheetah alone, and then he could have gone back to his machinations. But he gave himself away. He couldn't help himself.
Chester Cheetah should have gone back to his machinations, but
But he couldn't help himself. He had to reveal his
my question is, do you think that Hitler actually killed Chester Cheetah to make his Chester Cheetah costume? Do you think he was actually
that's a good
pulling
question.
off Chester Cheetah's real dead skinned face?
probably mean, how
Hitler
else could you
would
pull it
do
off?
something like that.
he
I mean,
would.
he's
And how
that
else would you pull it
evil.
off?
So Chester
Because
Cheetah
Chester
was
Cheetah
based on a
is-
real cheetah actor.
What are we even talking about anymore, you guys? I'm just sitting here listening. Is this?
Real talk though, check out the Chester Cheeto animation by Meat Canyon. It's fucking hilarious. It's
But for real.
no, for real. No, I am not joking right now.
There is a real.
Oh, check
Meat-
out Chester
Meat
Cheetah
Canyon.
by Meat Canyon.
Meat
Okay.
Canyon is one of the best
like this.
animators on YouTube. He's
feel like I'm
fucking
gonna get a
hilarious.
virus.
And the Chester Cheeto one is he does this amazing
Is it cheesy
amazing
fingertips?
Yes, he does this amazing mashup of horror and comedy that's like god tier. It's so good.
God.
Yeah, it just everything he does makes you want to squirm.
Oh,
now I will
okay.
say that his
Ooh.
earlier work was a little repetitive, but eventually he got sort of some good momentum, and he's got a nice variety of things now.
Yeah, it sounded like he said Meat Canyon. That was his KC.
Yeah, Meat Canyon.
accent.
Meat Canyon is fucking great. My absolute favorite thing by him is Steve Harvey's
Oh, I'm looking
stare.
at it. I'm looking at it.
Steve but that was a collaboration with another animator. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm gonna watch these.
Meat Canyon is brilliant. Actually, the animation team with the Steve Harvey stare I think would be the perfect animation team to do a DCC
What?
animation. Yeah, it's
Really?
just it's yeah.
Ooh. It
Yeah.
reminds me of Monty Python.
A little bit, maybe.
I watched
But
The
Monty
Meaning of
Python-
Life for the first time the other day.
Nice. How did you like it?
I
you watched
loved
that?
it. I loved it.
Yeah.
What?
Super good.
What's
You
that? Oh, you watched
Starship
that?
Troopers. You could have that
Oh, I
time that you
see.
spent.
Well, if you guys tell you what, if you
Watching
do a
other
Sins
movies.
Corner Monty Python night, I'll definitely
All right.
watch.
All
No,
right.
I'm
might
gonna-
need to. We'll have
I'm gonna try to make
find
myself. I'm making
something.
myself watch Mimic. Okay, I know
Yeah.
that I'm gonna
Wait,
be
where we
cursing
can
you
watch
all the
Mimic?
way through.
You better. You better. Okay. So, what's next? Can we do
HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max. Mimic.
Yeah. yeah.
Is it really?
Nice.
That's according to this,
Serious?
but it could be a lie. I don't know.
'Cause
I
that's
know how
called
it is.
It's
You pull
just
up
called
the app and then
Max, right? Isn't it just called Max
Yes.
now?
Yes, it is.
Are we just doing the thing like
a
that
bait
we
and
did with
switch.
Toggle and just refuse to accept that it's actually called
That's
the new
that's
thing
my
now?
thing.
Yeah.
I still
I'm
call
not gonna
Twitter
call it
Twitter.
Max.
It's not actually
And I still
here.
call Toggle
What's
Team Week. I
what's Twitter
refuse.
now?
X.
It's
Just
Twatter.
X.
Yeah, it's just X.
It's still Twitter.
stupid.
It's still
It's
Twitter.
Twatter.
It's just Twitter.
Water.
It's still Twitter for sure.
It's
called
HBO
X.
Max.
Why
It
is
is
Twitter
still
called
HBO Max.
Why is Twitter called X now?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I don't know. Because
Makes no sense.
I don't know. Elon Musk is a big fan of DMX.
Yeah. I
and
think that's
Max.
X
Wait,
gonna
what does
give
that
it
have
you.
to do with it?
It's got an X in it.
So let's maybe do one more Chat GPT or close it off
Oh,
with a
no,
Chat.
let's close it off. Let's close it off. It's 9:30.
It's 9:30. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
let's-
it's good.
Okay.
We've
Well,
been on
we're
here for a
good,
while.
guys. That was a long one for just having a review.
We talked a lot about Starship Troopers.
We
Starship
did.
Troopers was a good movie.
Did.
But also Annie had stories,
Poor
and
Annie.
that
She's
took up a
like,
while.
oh my gosh,
Annie had stories. It's like they're talking about this
Well,
more than any other
And he still
movie.
managed to be the star of the show, though. That's scamp.
Mira
was her
Sorvino's
story.
legs were the star of the show.
That's right. That's what it was.
All right, guys. Anything else before we go that we should tell people? Don't forget, we're watching Mimic.
Mimic.
So everyone here who's watching should also watch Mimic.
Exactly. So you can join in the
Yeah,
conversation.
that's
I think-
true. That way, yeah, we can
And it's
all-
not on Max for
No, it's
whatever
not.
reason. It was a
Yeah.
lie.
It's not?
They just
Ah,
lie.
what a
They don't know
fucking
what they're
lie.
doing. They're just
What?
all
You got to
awful.
look on Letterboxd, Ahmed.
Letterboxd. Is that
Letterboxd or Just Watch. It'll show you where these
Oh.
things are.
like a letterboxed?
I like this. I like this comment.
Letterboxd.
Twitter swapping to X is almost as unhinged as Jeff making sand angels and sound out in Californian summer.
And trying to play football. Yeah.
That was the highlight of
Bye,
that whole
Angel.
commercial.
I liked the face plant with the football.
It looked painful.
I know how to take falls, man. I'm good at that.
Nice.
Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us on Soundbooth Theater Live. Do your homework, everybody. Watch Mimic. Everyone in the audience can brag that you did your homework when you get here next time, to make certain people feel really bad if they don't do it.
And by certain
So-
people, we mean
Annie.
you, Fighting Blaze.
I'm talking about Annie.
What?
We mean you.
She's going to watch it now just because Mira Sorvino's legs.
Yeah, probably.
I wonder
that
if
what-
the movie even
is that-
features her legs at all. That would be
might
I wonder
not.
if-
really
She's going to
disappointing.
be so disappointed.
I will.
I
I
hope
will
we get, like, a
be
shower scene or
super
something.
disappointed. I will feel lied to.
1997. That's the same year as Starship Troopers.
That's what I
HBO
said.
Max.
Exactly.
HBO Max is lying to us. Hopefully, Annie's not lying to us about the games in Mimic.
I
mean,
don't
she
know
was-
if they're in Mimic.
I know that one has legs. Maybe we should watch that one instead.
I haven't seen Species since
been a
I
long
was
time.
since I was too young to watch it.
That was one of those. Oh, I don't know. Fuck it started with.
It's like the only other famous movie that H.R. Giger was involved in, right?
Oh right, yeah. No, I don't know
Who
if
is
they
that?
like bought the rights to his look or if it was just like a.
No, I think
copy.
I think he did help design it.
Yeah, it totally looked like
He
him.
designed the aliens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can get into that.
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. You've been an amazing audience, and you've been amazing co-hosts.
Be excellent
Thank
to
you.
each other.
Yes. And go tweet about things on Twitter.
Not X.
Twitter, the
I
website
hear
that's
that.
still
I hear
called
that.
Twitter.
I know you're all waiting.
Jeez.
Night, everyone.
Stop.